All right, welcome. Today is August 13th, and this is our weekly habitat triage. Recapping from last week, this issue was brought up. I think we need to talk more with our product team and understand what work this team would be responsible for and if this issue is in the right place or not. We have an issue here on the service updater not working as expected. And Ian, you were going to follow up here and get more context for the recorder.
I believe I already did.
Oh, excellent. I didn't scroll down. Perfect. Next, we have feature request for super admin and or default users. I think we need more details here as what the user's asking for, and then some help from our product team to understand what the different requests are and what those would look like. And here's an interest. This idea is source missing artifact files from public builder for upload to local builder. So as we look at how we synchronize the on-prem builder with our SaaS builder, some different ideas here and how we can do this differently. These work different a lot there. So I think this actually also needs some follow-up from our product team and understanding how to break this down a little more. Let's see, next up we have internal stuff. Internal. I'm gonna go ahead and close this issue. This was some internal discussion. Let's see this. This was an issue reported, new builds not triggered with plan and build pass and builder toml.
Yeah, this was an issue which was really the plan path wasn't set correctly. So once that was fixed, then the issue was resolved. But as part of this, I think we need to look at how we're, how flexible that backend code is in terms of recognizing the locations and how easily we're able to diagnose issues when they happen and what response we give back. So I think there's a little bit of work here that we need to do to make those things better. And I started it, but I won't have time to finish it this sprint.
Okay. Thank you, Salim. Assume this can go to backlog. Windows Hab service load with password flag errors out.
Yeah, I saw this. I haven't had a chance to look into it, but I think we should just move this into the backlog. Sounds like a problem.
Okay. Hat package install Haynes in 0830 macOS Docker Studio. Let's see. Hey, Salim, can you mute? Thanks. Has anyone, let's see. The reinstall of the Catalina public beta seems to fix the issue. So I guess are they on the newest? Oh, they're on the beta of Mac OS. Interesting. Has anyone here tested on Mac OS beta releases at all? Yeah. Interesting.
They commented that a reinstall of that beta seems to have fixed the issue, so it seems doubtful that this is us.
Okay.
I just added that, so I got pinged by okay. Let's do it again. I got pinged by somebody who was somewhere. Yeah. So there's a. Oh, this is a different issue.
It's in the backlog, so you're fine.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
If I see it's one of us recording, I just put it in the backlog. So
All right.
not an issue. Let's see. Slim version of RBAC. I want to.
Close call there, Matt.
Who's calling what?
I said close call there, Matt.
Oh.
I'm fine when to talk.
I need a censor button or something. So it looks like we're asking for limited RBAC controls inside a builder.
Yeah, some sort of RBAC, I think, is a consistent ask that we see. You can add it to that list.
And finally, apply multiple config overrides. Or applying multiple config overrides, previous updates. Apply multiple. All right, so they're expecting it to merge with the current config, and it's merging with the default config.
This comes up every now and then, that the way configs get merged together from their several sources is confusing and unintuitive.
Okay.
I don't know if that's an argument that we just need better documentation or that we need to rethink how this actually works, but this isn't new.
Are there other issues reporting the same problem?
I can't remember issues in particular. I definitely remember seeing some forum discussion. There probably are some issues too. I think CX might be the best person to have that context.
Can also add to my list of things to follow up with our product team. And we can see about if it's a documentation issue or a feature issue. All right.
What?
What was that, Ian?
Well, I don't know if it's a documentation issue. I think the question there is whether or not, like, the issue is that effectively, if you have a config and you apply a config, and we have our like version config or whatever, and then you apply a new config, what happens is it just wipes the old config. So if your config is not complete or doesn't include the same values that you included the first time, then it gets applied against what the default is. So I think this is not really a question of documentation as much as behavior. Do we expect people to be able to roll their configs forward from the point in time that they're at making incremental changes, or do they need to codify everything in in source and do it all atomically effectively is the question.
If we wanted to be incremental, there would be no way to ever remove anything.
Yep.
And the way that this is written, the person is expecting to be incremental.
Yeah, I think that's what he's asking.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. One sec. Okay, I will follow up. Moving on. No new pull requests for builder. Unassigned pull request in Habitat. It looks like all internal except for this one. And this needs the commit to get updated. And there's the other one from predominant on the ARM targets, and still have people working on clarification for the right kind of framework to have to get the correct kind of platform targets added. When I say framework, I mean process framework or internal framework, just to have the right messaging and the right kinds of expectation set. On the on-prem builder, those are all internal. And finally, core plans. Scott. All right. I think that's everything for today. Any other things to bring up for triage? All right, thank you, everybody.